Hi, hello, good morning, and welcome to my presentation. I am Lars Howard Fordan, and this morning let's talk about translation and language varieties and translation exercises. But first, let's find out what is translation. Translation is a transmittal of written text from one language into another. Although the terms translation and interpretation are often used interchangeably by strict definition, translation refers to the written language and interpretation to the spoken word. Let's say, for example, you want to use or you want to translate this expression, we are so blessed. English is known to be our SL. SL means source language. And now we are going to use or we are going to translate SL into TL. TL is our target language. English is our SL or source language. Now, Filipino is our target language. If we want to translate "we are so blessed" into Filipino, the outcome will be napakapalad tayo. That is the target language. Now let's go on with language varieties. What is a language variety? A language variety is a subset of formal or substantial features which correlates with a particular type of social situational feature. For example, we have American English and British English. These two are the two types of language variety. In American English, they use the word pants, while for British English, they use the word trousers. For American English, they use cookie or cracker, while for British English, they use biscuit. Cell phone is used for American English, while mobile phone is used for British English. Alright, so let me just type mobile phone. Alright, so these are some examples. Now, there are a lot of words used by American English that aren't used by British. I will not discuss them all because it will take a lot of time to explain. If you want to learn more words, Mr. Google is free all the time. Now, this time, for a general classification of varieties, we confine ourselves to a consideration of situational correlates, which are constants in language situations. These are the constants. The first one is known to be as the performer. Alright, so they are the performers, known to be as the speaker or the writer. Next, we have the addressee. These are the hearer or reader. In other words, these people are considered to be as your audience. And the third one is we have the medium. The medium is phonology or graphology. These three are the things that you need to consider because these are importance. These are our constant. Now, let's move to the next topic, to the next page. We have language varieties. Language varieties. These are the language varieties. Dialects. The word dialect, which contains lek within the term, derives from the Greek word diet, meaning across, between, and legend means speak. A dialect is a regional or social variety of a language distinguished by pronunciation, grammar, or vocabulary. Next, we have register. Register is defined as a way a speaker uses language differently in different circumstances. Think about the words you choose, your tone of voice, and even your body language. You need to consider these two things. First, we have it can be shown by the tone of your voice or your body language. For example, if you're trying to propose to your girlfriend, you do this kind of body language. You kneel and then you open a ring and offer it to your girlfriend. However, we need to consider her expression or her answer. Now, if she moves her head or if she nods her head, that means it's a yes. But if she moves her head left to right repeatedly, that means she rejects your proposal. Oh, better luck next time. Now, let's move to our next page. We have jargon. Jargon refers to the specialized language of a professional or occupational group. Such language is often meaningless to outsiders. For example, you use the word gullible to the outsiders. It can create confusion for this guy because he doesn't know the meaning of the word gullible. But for other audience, like wide readers or people who understand the word gullible, they really truly understand you. Just a tip, if you're talking to a person, always use simple words for them to understand. Avoid getting weird. Now, let's move to the next one. We have dialects. In addition to the distinction discussed previously, different types of dialects also echo the types of language varieties. Here are the types of dialects. First, we have the regional dialect, a variety spoken in a particular region. For example, if you lived in Davao City, which is my city, we speak Bisaya. That is our regional dialect here in Mindanao. Next, we have social dialect, also known as a social dialect, a variety of language or register used by social economic class, a professional, an age group, or any other special group, like gay dialect. Gets mo te? Now, let's move to the next type. We have ethnoleg. This kind of dialect spoken by a specific ethnic group. For example, Ebonics. The, ver- the vernacular spoken by some African Americans is a type of ethnolex notes or E to F, a language translation verb. Now, let's move to idiolect. According to E2F, the language or languages spoken by each individual. For example, if you are multilingual and can speak in different register and styles, your idiolect comprises several languages, each with multiple registers and styles. Now, here are some translation exercises that can be used inside the classroom. First, we have learners work in group on a short text, then group and compare their visions before producing a final text. Excuse me. This can be compared with an official published version. Next exercise, we have learners translate and then other learners back translate. Then compare versions and discuss why there are differences. Next, learners look at back translations and discuss the causes of errors. Translation software, programmers, and web pages are a good source of these. See below. Next, learners translate the script of a scene from a film, then dub over the scene itself with their new version in the album. So these are some exercises that you can use in classroom. Let's go to conclusion. Standard English is a controversial term for a form of the English language that is written and spoken by educated users. For some linguists, Standard English is a synonym for good or correct English usage. Others use the term to refer to a specific geographical dialect of English, or a dialect favored by the most powerful and prestigious social group. Varieties of language develop for a number of reasons. First, differences can come about for geographical reasons. Next, people who live in different geographic areas often develop distinct dialects, variations of standard English. That's the end of my presentation for this morning. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and write down your comments below. Thanks. Goodbye.